Okay, everyone, I am going to cover weeks 30 homework. It was the Confession Study Guide number 3 and also the Choosing Appropriate Language. So let me tell you the point value of this combined daily grade assignment. Everybody, the Choosing Appropriate Language assignment was worth 20 points of the total and 3 points each, and I was looking for language that fit the purpose of the prompt there for each question. And then also if you're writing a complete sentence. And then for the Confessions Study Guide, if you're a 9th or 10th grader, the study guide for you is worth 30 points. Add that to the 20 so you get a 50-point total assignment. 9th and 10th graders that are also honors level, the study guide for you was worth 40 points. For the total assignment then would be 60 points for you. Juniors and seniors, study guide 45 points. Add your 20 points and you get 65 total points for the assignment. And then if you are a junior and senior who's also in the honors section, the study guide is worth 50 points for you with your 20 points for your grammar handout. So this assignment is 70 total points for you. So what I want to do is just go over the questions real quickly for the study guide, of course, skipping the parts that you got to come up with your own quote or your own questions. So from book 8, what two wills in Augustine were in conflict? And there were a lot of ways you could have said this. You could have said his carnal will versus his spiritual will, his old versus his new will, some other language you could have used, his will that was bound by the enemy versus his will that was free to worship and enjoy God. And this question comes from page 148. All right, question 2, he couldn't use the excuse of ignorance anymore because he knew the truth. He was certain of the truth. And that came from page 148. All right, what did he hear while he was weeping? Question 3, he heard a voice saying to him, take and read, from page 159. And so what did he do? He read the scriptures, page 159 and 160. All right, so moving on to book 9. What did he resolve to do after this? And he resolved to quit teaching, 164 to page 165. And then how did Monica's maidservant teach her moderation? This is kind of an intricate story there on page 174 to 175. And basically, she wouldn't let her drink any water. And then what was the policy of behavior that Monica had toward her husband? And this was from page 176. So she would serve him. She would bear up under his abusive speech, but she would speak to him at appropriate times. She would not argue with him, and it's also implied that she would pray for him often because she wanted to win him. And then the last question to go over, what did Monica tell Augustine about what she had wanted in life? And from page 180, she says that she wanted to see him a Catholic Christian. You could have also said she wanted to be buried by her husband. I would have accepted both of those responses. Okay, so let's switch gears and go to choosing appropriate language. And again, there are multiple correct responses that you could have chosen for these answers. All right, so the first one had to do with the purpose is a research paper and you're being evaluated by your instructor. So this was the Battle of Britain, right? So a word that you could have changed would be showed. You could have used demonstrated, or the Battle of Britain demonstrated the stubbornness of the British people. That's a place where I thought the word choice could be shored up. In question 2, you were teaching a Bible concept to second graders. And so you would want to rephrase the word vanquish. This was the one with Samson and the Philistines. And I think, too, you would want to change the word subdued and even the word malicious. Because, again, you're talking to second graders. These people are like 7, 8 years old. Now, question 3. The purpose is to get a date. So you're wanting to take somebody to a culinary event on a Saturday night. This is not a cooking event. A lot of you thought this was a cooking event. The first time I read somebody answering it in such a way, I thought, I just do not understand. Basically, you want to take somebody out to dinner. That's what you want to do. Just say, would you like to go out to dinner on Saturday night? I would like to take you out to dinner on Saturday night. Not going to a cooking event. This is a date. Come on, guys. All right, we're moving on from that one. I got a chuckle out of that. Okay, you are number 4, securing a part-time job, and you're in an interview, so of course you're not going to want to say dude and use the like and all of that. Now, again, some of you with the make change, when I am reading this, because you're delivering pizzas, I'm thinking like money. You're giving a customer their change, the appropriate change, not make a difference. And some of you kind of took that turn. So you could say, I'm a good driver and I can deliver pizzas in a timely fashion and I'm good with money or something like that. There's a lot of ways to say it. All right, now number 5, the problem with this is the when I got. Okay, I don't know if you remember this. We studied this a while back. You don't make a definition using the word when. Like you wouldn't say fatigue is when you can't get out of bed. So my biggest achievement was the science award for my project on solar power, or receiving the science award for my project on solar power was my biggest achievement. I don't know if you remember that. And then number 6, you're conveying technical information in a technical manner. And these are a couple that I want to read to you because I thought they were really good. Okay, listen to this one. And think about, you're trying to tell somebody how to put this bolt and this washer and nut and tighten the whole thing. So first you put the bolt in opening A. Afterwards you add a washer and a nut. Then you tighten the nut with a ratchet. I thought that was really good. So you're getting steps in that example. Here's another good example. Hold on, sorry. Oh, I thought I had 3 up. Okay, well then let me just give you this one. Put the bolt in the opening titled A. Screw on a washer and a nut. Screw a washer and a nut onto the bolt. And then in parentheses, this person says, see picture below. And then she goes on to say, and tighten the washer and nut with a ratchet. I thought that was great because that's exactly what would be in a technical manual, or at least a manual that I need to read. All right, so if I was doing something like this. So, hope this clarifies some of the concepts for this assignment. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch.